Agape, unconditional love, the awareness and acceptance of your wholeness, the awareness and acceptance of the wholeness of others, the awareness and the acceptance of the wholeness of life. That's what love is. Love is not romantic. It has nothing to do with romance. Love is all about realizing and knowing your wholeness right here, right now. At Agape, we teach a practical spirituality centered in the teachings of the science of mind and in the Eastern traditions centered on meditation. We believe that it's a two-pronged approach, having a strong meditative practice and then using our thoughts to create the life experience that we desire here on the planet. So as we begin today, let's start with a short, but still valid and efficient and meaningful meditation, just going within. So I invite you to come into a comfortable, seated upright position, your back straight, hands gently resting on your lap, eyes closed. Bring your awareness to your breath, consciously breathing into your heart and breathing out from your heart. With every breath nourishing and purifying. Who is breathing you? Is it your body? Is it your conscious thought? Or is it life itself? Realize life is breathing life into you to be life. Realize that life has chose you, created you to experience itself through, uniquely, wholly, and perfectly, as only you can. There is no right, there is no wrong. What does your heart desire? How does your heart desire to experience and to express greater love in the world today? In order to express this love through you, what must you let go of? What false ideas, what false belief that you're not enough, that you don't have the wisdom, you don't have the power? All lies. Your mind and the divine mind are one. All the information you could ever seek is available to you when you open up to new possibilities, to new ideas. Know that your heart is there to lead you step by step toward a more expansive and chosen life. Your heart will guide you, one thought, one word, one feeling, one action at a time. Life is a journey. It is not a destination. It's a journey of self-awareness self-discovery and experience. With this established connection to the heart, to oneness, bring yourself back to the body, to the mind, knowing that your heart will be guiding you every step forward. Begin to move your hands, your fingers, maybe your head from side to side or in a circle. And when you're ready, open your eyes. Come back to this perfect now. So as I look at the world, I see people not achieving what they want. And I realize that the reason they're not achieving what they want is because they're getting in their own way. So I want to talk about today, how do you get out of your own way? It's real important to understand that knowing that your thoughts create, why is it that you don't get what you want? Why is it that people don't get what they want? It's a good question, isn't it? The answer is pretty simple. We get what we expect. It's as simple as that. And you're saying, well, I don't expect this. And I would ask the question, are you living in fear? Do you have an expectation of being rich, and yet at the same time you have a fear that you'll be bankrupt? That fear is more powerful than your wish. We get what we expect. Our expectations tell us exactly, precisely what we subconsciously believe. And here's the key thing. Our subconscious beliefs are those beliefs that are stored in our memory that have been reinforced throughout our entire life. We may not even know that they're there, but they are, and they're running us. They're habits of thinking. The question you've got to ask is, what are your habits? Well, that's pretty simple. Just look at your life. Your life tells you what your habits are because you're experiencing what your habits are creating. You can say, what is your habit in relationship? Are you in a relationship? Doesn't matter with who. Could be at work, could be your life partner, could be your children, could be your parents. What do you expect from them? Are you expecting your partner to always be criticizing you? If you expect it, you're going to get it. Are you expecting them to not be supportive and to lie? If you expect it, you're going to get it. You put out an energy with your expectations. And that energy, that expectation energy, is a magnet. It attracts more and more and more as you allow that energy to continue. And then what do? You feed it and you build it higher. You see, cause and effect are inseparable. They're linked. It is not a single thought that causes our life experience, but rather the tendency that our thoughts create. So many people hear the teachings of science of mind, change your thinking, change your life. And they change their thinking for a week, and they think that over that week, their whole life is going to change. But yet, underneath is their what? Their subconscious beliefs, their subconscious expectations, and those still form their thought pattern. And the thought pattern is very simple. I am not enough to achieve something greater. But think about it. Cause and effect are linked. They cannot be separated. So what your effect is, what your experience is cause, and cause is your beliefs. When you wake up or get news that something happened in your life, do you expect the best or do you expect the worst? Good question. A lot of people fear let's say they've done an investment and they've done a lot of research and they hear that the stock went down. Do they expect the worst or do they expect the best? Or are they neutral? Are they willing to look at it without an expectation? When you hear someone say something to you that you feel is a critique, do you take it as good news or as bad news? I love getting critiqued. And let me tell you, in my role as a spiritual teacher, I'm always being critiqued. Always. People have got opinions about me, opinions about me, opinions about me. And when they've given to me, I don't get upset. I used to bother me. I cared what people thought of me. I don't care anymore. I do listen. I evaluate, is there substance? If I listen to what they're saying, will that allow me to be a greater expression of the authenticity that I desire to bring to life? If it allows me to be a greater me, I'll accept criticism because it points out to me where I can get better. But I don't make it the basis of why I do things, because at night, the question I ask myself is simply this: was I the best Lee I could be today? I don't let other people's opinions become a roadblock in my life. I also don't let my old beliefs be a roadblock, because if I discover I have a belief that's blocking me from moving forward, I am going to do everything that I can to change that belief. Here's the key thing. It's better to be the tortoise than the hare, because the tortoise is persistent and consistent in its movement toward its goal. The hare takes a quick step and then runs in every direction possible. It's never focused. And this is where most people are. Myself, you, and everyone else. We get distracted. We don't stay the course. Here's a great way of looking at that. Do you have a regular, healthy eating habit and do you stick with it? I do. Do you have a regular physical exercise program or movement program? Are you sticking with it? I've been doing mine 50 some years. Do you have a regular, persistent, and consistent meditation practice? Well, I did it twice this week. Not good. Not good, why? Science just shows daily meditation twice a day, 20 minutes a day, will change your life. If you're doing it once or twice a week, you're not changing anything. You're fooling yourself. You're not committed. You're not the tortoise. You're the hare. You want an instantaneous result that in the physical 3D world, it's not going to happen. What do you think about your life? What's your affirmation? Let me share one of mine. Good things always happen to me and through me. No matter what happens, I look at it from the perspective, how can this grow me? How can this take me closer to being more love? What is this experience, this thing trying to tell me? And then I look at it from the standpoint of how is it benefiting me? Not how is it drawing me backwards. How is it benefiting me? How did COVID benefit me? Tremendously. I developed a worldwide presence. I realized that a local presence was not the way to go anymore. So I expanded. So almost everything that I put out is on the web, on multiple platforms. I am touching people's lives greater than I could have ever dreamed of 4 years ago. Good things always happen to me and through me when I'm open to see it. The key to demonstrating good in your life is to see yourself as a part of the universal mind, the infinite mind, and know that the universal mind is always for you. It always gives you who you are. if you truly understand that you're a part of universal mind and it is responding to you and giving you who you are, that realization will turn you on to a power that exists within you, that is available to you to use, that can never not succeed. But that power requires that you believe. And a belief is something that you do persistently and consistently, day in and day out. Let me ask you this question. If you knew you were a part of the universal mind, would you feel worthy? If you knew you were a part of the universal mind and its wisdom was available to you, would you ask to receive that wisdom in whatever you're doing? If you knew that you were a part of universal mind and its power was your power, would you hesitate to start to create that new life you desire? You see, if you knew you were part of universal mind, you would have no roadblock in your life, because the universal mind would shatter the illusion that you have a blockage. When we embody that we are in partnership with the infinite mind, all of our self-created roadblocks disappear, and they will no longer get in our way as we create the experience that we desire in this life. You see, I truly believe we've been given the power and the wisdom to create whatever we desire in life. And what we desire in life, I believe, is always for a greater, more enhanced experience. I believe we have a body and a mind to experience life to its fullest. That's what planet Earth is about. But in order to do that, we've got to get rid of the biggest roadblock that faces us. It's fear. It's not knowing that we are a part of infinite mind. We have the power of infinite mind. We have the wisdom of infinite mind. And we can overcome any roadblock that our ego puts in front of us. Our ego is about limitation. Our soul, our divinity, is about eternal expansion. Remember this: all roadblocks are simply a perspective through which we look at life. When we understand that, we can change our perspective. And when we do that, we'll see that life is always for us and working through us. The power is in you, and you get to choose how you will use it or not use it today and forevermore. I want to thank you for taking the time with being with me today. Know that we are here to support you as you discover your inner power, your inner self-worth, and grow. Go to agapespiritualcenter.com and sign up for my daily thought and newsletter. Find out what's happening at Agape. Get my daily thought every morning. It's a great way to start the day. Also, find all the ways that you can plug in, all the virtual ways or in-person ways if you want to plug in and be a part of the Agape community. Also, if you receive value from this, if you find these messages valuable in your life, make a donation. Use the law of circulation, of giving and receiving. Because if you receive something, there has to be an exchange of energy. We take your gift and we do whatever we can so that more and more people feel this energy, feel this power. Everything you need to know about how to plug in or how to support Agape is at agapespiritualcenter.com. With that, I want you to know I can see you eliminating your roadblocks and creating your most fantastic life. Begin today, and let's go on this journey of self-discovery together. Much love.